Hi, Alex here. So today I would like to speak about childbirth trauma and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Mate Gaber says, the trauma is not what happened to you. The trauma is what happened inside of you when something happened to you. So that means that when you go through the, let's say, through the birth, and you have a different expectations or something went wrong and you were not prepared, or it was the first time for you. So you may start experiencing inside of you heavy feelings and you start maybe shut down the situation. You would like to go away. You would like to finish that. You would like to stop it. So you just really stop the process of what is going on inside of you. And if that cannot be processed in that moment, it becomes later on traumatic event for you. Because it's not about the situation is situation, but how you perceive the situation in that situation. So this is trauma. And later on, when you come home, you may start to experience also later on heavy feelings because it was not processed, it was kept somehow in you. That heavy feelings, what was not processed. Maybe that fear, that resentment, maybe you start feeling rage, maybe then you start blaming everybody else around. You maybe blame yourself or maybe blame your body. If you went through the C-section, let's say, because it fails you, it can be anything. And then you start having nightmares. Then you start maybe rethinking things. You would like to go back to change it. You blame, you just cannot be really present also with yourself and with the child in that moment. So later, and because of that traumatic event, which is not processed, you start to experience post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a common thing. But you really need to stop to fix that on the surface level. So this can getting worse because you need to be in touch with yourself. It's not the right direction. It can maybe can help for a period of time. And also we know that the longer time it goes, like maybe you don't experience that so much harder than before. So that doesn't mean that this trauma is not still kept here. And it can come up later on in the different situations. So my point is here that you really need to dive deeper, to dig deep, to find the root cause of that problem, to go there. Because the PTSD, what happened, was not really the problem right now. It's not the real problem. It's the symptom of the traumatic event. And definitely to go to fix that on a deeper level, which means that you really need to find yourself in a situation when you can really be relaxed and safe, that you can go maybe through that experience and to experience all of that, what was going on inside of you in that moment, which you couldn't process, that it can be released and processed from you, that you can become in touch with yourself again, that you finish with that and then go in life much more happier, easier, and more aware of yourself and also with the child, that you can put 100% to your life and to your child. How many stories I know, and the clients come here to visit me because they have like that PTSD, but later on they start blaming themselves because they were robbed to having the experience with the child because the child were growing. And also they don't remember how the birth was going on because that was also trauma. So what child need from her mother? It's only safety and love. The child don't need in that moment any material stuff. He needs to feel safe and loved. But if the mother has this heavy experience from the traumatic birth, she cannot give him security, love, because she's struggling with her own emotions, with her own traumatic event. So that's why it's really important that you go through that situation, you heal yourself from that, going to root cause to finish that, and that you can give yourself 100% to your child and to yourself. So the trauma has their own intelligence, which means that it can bring you back home. And that later on, a lot of them I found that appreciated themselves more. And they know that find themselves that they are so much powerful because they uncover that power in themselves. But the trauma event that make them traumatic, bring them back to themselves, that they can again appreciate themselves and also later on appreciate that event. Some of them, they are reporting me gratitude after that when they think about the situation. So this is it for today. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, you can just book a free call with me, or you can just put a comment down below. Thank you very much.